Hi, we're Michael and Dawne Kiehm.
Welcome to the Introductory to Ballroom Dancing DVD.
On this DVD, we'll be covering the basic or bronze level waltz.
Now, a little bit of an explanation of the format of our DVD. We have 5 sections to this DVD. Our first section is going to concentrate on the concepts that you will need to get really good at your basic level of your waltz. Also, any dance for that matter. So when we come back, we're going to take you through 7 or 8 components. And please, if you already know the components, you're welcome to skip to the next level. If you don't know the components, go through them all with us so you'll understand our terminology as we go along. We'll be right back. All right, we're going to begin with the most important component of all. This is called dance position. Basically, it's the way we hold our partner and the way we hold ourselves. So let's start with the gentleman. I'm going to turn my back to you to explain something here. From this position here, gentlemen, you should be very centered over your feet. Your arms should be relaxed at your side for the moment. You're going to bring your right arm up and in front of your body in a natural position. Try not to extend it way out or put it too straight in front of you. Just think of holding a large beach ball out in front of you with both hands. Keep both elbows at the same level and fold the right arm in towards you and the left arm up towards the ceiling. So if I take that to the side, you'll notice that my elbows are in front of my body slightly. They're not pulled completely back against my back. They're out in front, so it's a very natural hold. I don't want my arms to appear like I'm holding something heavy in front of me or that I'm hunching over. So we want a nice straight up stance. The head is up and turned just slightly to the left. So now from the front view, you see that my centering is going to be a little to my left. My hand is up, and it's usually about the level of where your ear would be. Your right hand and arm are on a downward slope across the lady's back. Try to keep your fingers closed on the lady's back so you're not clawing the back with an open hand. So this is the hold you're looking for your waltz, for your foxtrot. Tango has a different hold, and we'll explain that on the Tango DVD. But waltz and foxtrot have a very similar top-line hold. The more you can hold this up during your patterns, the better off the patterns are, the easier it is for your partner to feel what you're going to do. Now we bring the lady into action.
Ladies, as the gentleman extends his hand for you to connect to, we place ours in his hand. We step forward into him, placing the left arm. I'm going to turn here so you can see what my left arm then does. I take my underneath part of my arm and lay it on his arm, wrapping all the way around to the muscle, and I push into that muscle so I have a V with my fingers and place right into there. So I don't squeeze and I don't rest on him because it'll make his arms very heavy. I hold up my own frame.
That's a big key. We don't want any balance on the partner. You're supposed to be on your own balance. So if I moved my arm, her arm would still be in the same place. And at the same token, if I were to raise the arm, her arm would go with my arm. It would not resist it. It would not fight it. It just maintains contact with it. So be careful not to be so rigid that if he does something with a rise or a sway, which we'll explain in a bit, it doesn't put pressure on his shoulder. So that should just be really nice and up. Gentlemen, the same thing. We make a light contact. Notice again the hand on the back. His fingers are closed. We don't have a claw. Another thing to look at is our positioning in relationship to each other. My partner should be just slightly to my right side. So if I were to look straight forward, I could look right along the side of the head and out, even though I am actually looking a little to my left and she's looking around the corner on the right side. So you'll notice that all the patterns that we dance, as long as we're in close, you will not see her nose to nose with me. Once we get in that position, our turning figures will end up getting hurt. So at this point, we want to keep her off to the right side, gentleman off to the left side. You should be able to take your left leg and bring it straight up in front of you. She should be able to take her left leg and bring it up in front of her. If you can do that, you're in the right place.
Ladies, the other thing that we do, a lot of times I'll see, especially in the beginning classes, the ladies will actually start to raise their shoulders. That makes the gentleman raise his arms and we all look kind of broken. So make sure you keep your shoulders down with a nice long neckline. And when I look past Michael's shoulder, I'm not looking straight through to over his shoulder. I'm looking slightly around the corner. It's almost like I'm trying to see what's behind his head over here.
And now the natural tendency when that happens, if you would go to that same position again, the natural tendency is the more you try to look around, the heavier this arm becomes because it gets heavy on the side. So while you're looking around a corner, you need to stretch up through the side of your body to keep yourself light without actually rotating too much of the torso. Okay, the other concept here is if you look at her upper body.